Welcome to another episode of the J&D Podcast. You already know me. I'm Darien.
I'm Jason.
And, we got a pretty actually big weekend for you guys today. We're going to get right into it. Off rip, start with some boxing. Ngannou versus Fury. Did you watch the fight on Saturday?
Watched some of it and pretty disappointed by the outcome.
Me too.
I'm a big Ngannou guy, so, I was rooting for him coming to the fight. Obviously, he was the big underdog.
Of course.
He's not the boxer between the two. He's fighting one of the greatest boxers of all time, especially at least of our generation.
Mm-hmm.
And he put up a really good performance, in my opinion. He knocked Tyson Fury down.
Yep.
And I think he deserved the win. I have been seeing a lot of other people say that.
Yep.
So,
I agree with you. I want to first of all preface to everybody that wasn't a title fight. It wasn't for the heavyweight title at all. It's just a regular exhibition. So I don't understand the robbery, but I understand boxing. You want to keep face. You want to. Oh man, Tyson Fury's your top guy. You don't want to have him lose to an MMA guy in your realm, your neck of the woods. So I was probably one of the only boxer versus UFC fighters. Like we know, Floyd versus Conor wasn't necessarily close. That was undisputed. We all know Floyd won. This is more so controversial. Fury, he has to face Usyk next. Is that his name? How you say his name? Something with a U.
Something like that.
Yeah, he has to face him next. So if you're struggling with Ngannou, I'm gonna be interested to see how that fight goes because that's for the heavyweight title.
So you think maybe he's taking a little step back, something like that?
Maybe he's getting older.
He is getting old. Yeah. He's getting up there, but
yeah, we'll see. Let's get right into some IU. Football. We were talking to our friend Aiden, and he was telling me how they were winning, and I'll check the box score later that night, and we ended up losing to Penn State. So,
okay, so we were up 14-7 at one point, which I think is the highlight of our season so far. But this game was exactly the problem that a lot of people have with Tom Allen.
Yep.
We are a 2-5 team, or I guess 2-4 up to that point, or maybe we're 2-5.
Yeah.
We have nothing to lose. You are at the number 10 team in the country. Mm-hmm. You have a chance to go and score a touchdown. And what do? Play conservative and run the ball.
Yep.
I don't understand that because if you play it aggressive and it doesn't work, you lose, so what? Yeah. It's not like we're like in a playoff hunt, But if you win, that's huge for the program.
Yeah.
So there's no downside because we lost either way.
Yeah.
There's no downside to trying to pull off the upset.
Yeah.
Being content with just a field goal is how this program has just felt over the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. It's just stale, bland, and I just can't see Tom Allen having just that winning bone in him right now.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't have it, and we've talked multiple times that he needs to be gone. Hopefully, he's gone by the end of the season. But do you think Brendan Swaresby, who had a pretty good game, do you think he's the starting quarterback for the future?
I think at least for this year, yeah, for sure. He's had a pretty good year. I've been pleased with his performances, I'd say. He had a bad interception, but, those are things kind of ironed out. It's against a really good team, so I'm not going to be too mad about it either way. But he's definitely impressed me so far, I'd say.
Yeah, the offense definitely looked better under him. I was a little bit critical of Taven, more so around the football. That Brendan seems to be like we're throwing the ball a lot more, which can develop our receivers, develop our passing game. Hopefully, again, we can get a new offensive mind besides Tom Allen. Anybody that can make better decisions. And, maybe we can see some improvement in the IU football culture in the next couple of years. I kind of like what we're going to. We didn't win. We showed that we can do something.
It was our best performance, I'd say, probably this year. It's unfortunate that our best performance is a loss, but at least it's something of a bright spot. Yeah. It's just unfortunate that gets muddied by, bad play calling towards the end.
I think as Hoosiers fans, we've kind of accepted the fact that we're more so basketball. It's what we do.
I don't know. Football. I think he might be a soccer school.
Man, you know what? Speaking of soccer, speaking of Penn State too. Penn State, what is your vendetta against us? I gotta know because you guys beat on the women's too, the women's soccer team twice.
Well, okay, that was unfortunate. The women, hopefully, we still love you guys.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully, they should. I don't see a world where they don't make the NCAA tournament. So it's really unfortunate to get that loss, especially away, all that. But at least you still have a tournament to look forward to.
Yeah.
Penn State, on the other hand, in the men's side, they might be a little mad at us. Because I don't know if you guys know, but our men's soccer team are co-Big Ten champs, baby.
Yes, sir. Hey,
unbelievable.
Hey, you know what? I'm proud. I'm proud because we started out early, really slow, picked it up towards the end of the year, which I said we would have to do to make any type of run, deep into the playoffs and into the Big Ten tournament, and it's like we're doing it. So I'm proud of the guys.
Yeah, I mean, a slow start to the season, like 0-1-2, less than ideal.
Yeah,
people were saying this is one of the worst IU teams in history.
Yep,
one of our best players, Sam Sarver, he even posted some receipts. He's like keeping everybody accountable, all of that.
Yep.
And I was shocked too. I'm not gonna say I thought this team was the worst in program history. I thought they were crazy. All that. I didn't think they had Big Ten in them after the first couple weeks, but shocked me. I'm so happy, especially because the way they did it, how coming into the weekend there was Northwestern and Penn State both ahead of us.
Yeah.
If either of them won their game, they would be Big Ten champions on their own, and they won't have to do anything like that. Northwestern loses 3-0 to Michigan.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Penn State drew their game, and that meant all we had to do was win. And so we did against Rutgers, it was a crazy game.
Yeah.
Which means we are co-Big Ten champs with Penn State. It meant so much to the boys. I stayed there for like 30 minutes after, just watching the boys celebrate.
Yeah.
It meant the world to them. It was awesome to watch that. And it's just amazing. And now they're the 1 seed in the Big Ten tournament.
Yep.
So maybe they can get the double.
Who knows?
And maybe
I'm proud.
Maybe
I'm
they
proud
get
of
the
the
treble.
boys.
Maybe they win the Natty. Who knows? We
will see on Friday. We play Wisconsin as our first game. So yeah, I mean, I'll be happy too. You have probably one of your more underwhelming seasons in the program history.
Well, at least to start the season.
Well, at least to start the season. You started out very underwhelming, and then you end off being the number 1 seed in the Big Ten tournament. So
what a year!
Talk about resiliency, baby. Talk about resiliency. So do you count this as a basketball school or a soccer school?
I mean, just check the natties. That will give you your answer right there.
Hey, Hoosiers, don't kill them for that. I mean, that's a little bit of a crazy statement.
Numbers don't lie.
Hey, that's true. We can get into some more college though. Colorado, man. We didn't talk about them the last couple episodes. It seems like to me like they don't win anymore.
They don't win anymore.
They're 1-3 in the last 4 games. The only team they beat was Arizona State, but they barely beat them by field goal. And this, and since then they've just, let's be honest, they've sucked. You see the Deion Sanders press conference? He said that they're going to get a whole new offensive line.
I don't like throwing your players under the bus like that when you're the one who brought them in.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're the one who brought them in. It's not like you're inheriting these guys. No. These guys all transferred for you. So I understand if they play poorly. But they're playing against UCLA's defensive line, which is statistically one of the best in the nation.
They're really good. Really underrated.
Obviously, it's not been great either way. But I just don't like throwing your players under the bus like that. Especially when you're talking all this trash in the early parts of the season.
He was.
And now you're going to blaming the players. I want to see more accountability from the head coach.
Yeah. Deion, I need you to continue to ask us, do we believe? Because right now we're not believing, buddy. You said a player, he threw a whole group, a position group under the bus. And you do realize that you guys have more games though, right, Colorado? Like you guys
season's not over.
They still have to block for your quarterback.
They can still make a bowl game. That's the crazy thing. They only need 2 more wins.
They still have to block for your quarterback. You still do realize that, right? Who's also your son? Who's also your son? So right now ain't the best time to be throwing them under the bus, buddy. I would have waited till like after the last game if we didn't make a bowl, or even if we did win a bowl, I would have waited till after that game, and then we're gonna get some new guys in. You know what I'm saying? We're going to replace the whole offensive line group. But to throw them in right now was crazy, Deion. That was probably one of the worst decisions you've made since you've been a coach. That was terrible. I didn't like that at all. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. And then again, you guys lose to UCLA, who's a good team.
Number 20 in the country, baby.
Hey, I know you're proud of your boys, man. I know you're proud of your boys.
Extremely.
If I was you, I would have for sure been on Twitter talking a whole bunch of shit to Colorado fans. But, that's just me.
My sister's a Colorado fan, so I can talk trash to her.
What is going on with the whole state of Arizona right now? We talked about this on Friday, right? And I picked them to beat Oregon State. I don't know if you did, but I know for a fact I picked them. I picked them to beat Oregon State. Right now, as Arizona, you guys are on cloud nine right now. You guys can.
They are bowl bound for sure.
Yeah.
They have been fantastic, especially on this back end of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the start of the season, they only lost their games by very small margins. Like, they were making them very competitive. This is one of the scariest teams in the country, it feels like, right now. UCLA has to go and play them. That's going to be a nightmare. I am very scared. That's a very losable game, I'd say.
Very losable.
But Arizona has really been on a really good stretch. And, the head coach, Jed Fish, has done wonders. And they are looking like they're being set up to be a pretty good program for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, they're definitely going to be ranked, I would assume, unless anything catastrophic happens. But these guys are just playing out of their minds right now.
Yeah, they are. I think it was weird. I said it was a very beatable team because I didn't see Oregon State really playing anybody that was worth anything for me to be as confident in them as I would be in like a Oregon. I thought that 6-1 record. I say they were probably this worst 6-1 record team in the country. Yeah. So that showed all I need to know. And also Arizona's just riding high right now. Like the Cardinals almost beat the Ravens yesterday, which is crazy. That was a crazy game. The Diamondbacks were in the World Series, and Arizona State is probably the best. What did they play last? Did they play this week?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but they're the best. I didn't want to say their record wrong, but right now they're the best 1-6 team in the country. So, Arizona, you guys got a lot of smile about.
Oh, they beat Washington State.
Oh, they did win.
So that's 2-6 team in the country.
Wow, the best. Yeah. So I knew they were bound to win one. They were bound to win one. They were knocking on the door of a lot of wins that they just kind of lost. So yeah, I like what you guys are doing though in Arizona. You guys are cooking up over there for sure. We get into some NFL.
We're not going to talk about one of the top ranked teams going down. You don't want to talk about the Boomer Sooners.
I wrote it down, but then I was like, you know what?
No, we gotta give some props to Kansas.
Yeah. Cause I kind of did blow out. I'm not going like I didn't. I really didn't want to look wrong. That's why I didn't bring it up. I didn't want to look wrong because I didn't have this game being relatively close in the fact that they lost.
You said it was going to be a blowout.
I did. But also didn't foresee.
You had zero confidence.
I didn't foresee Dylan Gabriel not throwing a touchdown and throwing an interception. So
yeah, he had a rough game, and this kind of takes him out of playoff contention. Not totally. They only have one loss, but it's definitely going to hurt their chances.
Yep.
Their rematch against Texas is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, going to be watched.
I think Texas probably is looking like the favorite now for that.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So Oklahoma, not so great. Not so great.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad loss. It's like it's one of the games I can understand it being close, right? Because Kansas is not a terrible team. Like it's a game that you have to pull out if you want to be one of those top teams in the country. They were undefeated. Honestly, I think I'll say this too. Like I didn't have them as a top 4 or 5 team in the country. They were undefeated. It was again one of those teams where you're a beneficiary of the teams you're playing. But it's a terrible loss. Terrible loss to Kansas. Kansas is not. They're not doing anything.
They're pretty good.
They'll make a bowl game. They'll make a bowl game potentially, but they're not. They're definitely not a team you should lose to. Like they're not a team any of the other undefeated teams you're losing to, like the Michigans or the Georgias or the.
The undefeated teams aren't losing to anybody right now.
Or is it? Yeah. Well,
Florida State.
Oklahoma's losing to.
Well, they're not undefeated anymore.
Florida State. Yeah, those guys. I don't see any of those guys losing to a Kansas.
Yeah, Florida State's schedule is even worse than Oklahoma. They have the easiest path to the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
They're gonna cakewalk.
Sadly, they're gonna probably walk into Georgia and they're gonna get mollywopped. So.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, So, how do you feel about the easy schedule route to the playoffs? Do you think it's a beneficiary for a team, or does it?
We just have to look at how Clemson's done the past couple years. Some years they've been really dominant.
Yeah.
But you have to be the best team in the country.
Yeah.
Or else you are really just going to be a product of that schedule. There are years, the past couple of years with Clemson where they've made the playoffs and just got, destroyed by Ohio State.
Yep.
And they looked good because they played nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But, they got proved that, the schedule is really making you look better than you are. So
I would say, I would give Oklahoma credit, though. They did beat Texas. Yeah. That's probably the best win and probably the only convincing win of the season. And then you lose to Kansas. So.
Well, the Big 12 championship will, decide a lot then.
Well, yeah, we're gonna really see. It's probably gonna be, for sure, it's gonna be a very watched game in college. So, yeah, all right. Well, got that out the way. Let's get some NFL, man. I really didn't want to talk about that game. I was like, damn, they lost. And I picked them to win pretty easily, too, and they fucking lost. Ugh, I hate that. The Jets beat the Giants. Probably the worst game of the weekend, by far.
What do you mean? You didn't enjoy that?
It was terrible to watch.
That was a Thomas Morstead masterclass.
That was terrible
3 punts, down within the 5. Talk to me.
You know what? You did say this on Friday. The entire state of New Jersey, you guys have 2 teams that you guys can have because neither one of them. Because yeah, the whole state of New York, they don't claim either one of you guys right now because that was terrible. New York, Tank.
Which one? There's 2. You can't just say New York in a game between 2 New York teams.
I can't pick. One stuck with injured Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson, who's
Aaron Rodgers might come back allegedly.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Yeah, maybe if he starts taking them drugs, he probably will.
If he does all the ayahuasca.
Yeah, maybe if he takes the drugs, he might come back. But you guys are stuck with let's be honest, an old injury-prone Aaron Rodgers and a hot and cold Zach Wilson. And New York, you guys just paid Deion Jones for absolutely nothing. Who showed you nothing last year. So both of you guys, honestly, I think New York Jets, you're more so less inclined to take now because you have too many wins. But New York Giants, I would say for Caleb.
I mean, getting 7 passing yards in a game is as close as tanking as you can. I mean, it just doesn't get much worse than that. You don't have to tell this team to tank. They're already doing it.
I'm not going to get on too much because Saquon Barkley is by far their best player on offense. So, of course, they're going to run the football. It's like this reminds me of the 90s Giants or like the 80s Giants more than the 2020 Giants. You know.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, like no passing and just defense.
Especially now that Tyrod is out again.
Oh, my God.
What is with Tyrod having one good game and then his ribs exploding?
That's crazy. Man, Tyrod, you need to go look at your cards, man, because they're not looking good for you, buddy. I was talking about it on Friday and I was saying maybe like you continue to play good, and even if you guys didn't win that many games, hopefully you can, I don't know, get a contract with somebody, but yeah. 9 passing yards is, I don't know about that, buddy.
Negative.
Oh, -9. I didn't even see the minus. Oh, is that the worst? Who is worse than that? I feel like we saw a team that was early on in the season that was worse than that.
There probably was, but yeah. I'm more awestruck at the combined 4 for 34 from third down between these 2 teams.
Oh my God.
4 third down conversions.
Oh my God.
That is.
Oh my God. 13 punts. You guys combined for 26 punts in one game. That is crazy. That is, and it's not even like, oh my God, they had a whole bunch of penalties on one side. They just weren't moving the ball. The Jets also gave you guys 2 fumbles, and you still lost.
No, that was a bad game for football.
Hey, Saquon, I don't want to give you advice because you are an NFL player. You have been in the league for a little while, but you probably need to take the Christian McCaffrey route and just go get on a contender and try to win a Super Bowl, because playing on the Giants for the rest of your career ain't going to do it for you, buddy.
He needs to get paid first. That's the whole reason he's stuck with the Giants.
Sadly.
Because they've been franchise tagging him.
I think, damn, you are in an unwinnable position right now, man. That sucks. Because, you're getting critiqued for being on the Giants in the New York market media / and then you can't win anything, and then, you can't stay healthy either.
It's tough.
Yeah, it just sucks. It sucks for you, man. I ain't gonna lie. If I were you, honestly, hold out. Take a knee, something.
He's a running back. He can't hold out.
Take a knee, man. Go with Colin Kaepernick route.
Oh, so he'll get out of the league even faster?
He's
good thing you're not his agent.
He's a good-looking guy. He can become a model or something. He can model those quads, man. I'm telling you, you can get some money off them quads, bro. If anything else.
Might make more than his running back money.
He's a good look. Hey, you know who's looking for somebody right now? Skims. The underwear. The Skims underwear. Hey, more for the Skims underwear. Kim, she got partnered with Nick.
No, they already got Nick Bosa. I don't know how happy Nick would be if they brought Saquon on.
Hey, man, you know what? I will say this, though, in all seriousness, though. Saquon, you balled out yesterday, though. It really sucks that you guys lost. But, and it's not 1983 anymore. It's 2022. You need some play from your quarterback. You can't have negative 9 passing yards and expect to win a game.
That's not the year it is.
Well, I said it's 2020s. I didn't say 2020. I said we're in the 2020s now, not 1984.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Sure.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I swear to God, that's what I said.
Okay.
But, yeah, another game. The Jags finally showed up.
I mean, kind of.
I mean,
it wasn't an amazing game. It wasn't like them announcing their presence. I mean, 20-10 isn't a bad win.
Yeah.
But it's not like something that's eye-catching. I'm not going to go, oh my gosh, the Jags are finally like really rolling. I mean, they're just beating the teams they should beat, you know? And maybe this is the track they're on. Maybe they do only lose 1 or 2 more games for the rest of the season because they're in a weak division and all that.
Yeah.
But there's still not really anything that I'm scared of in the playoffs if I'm a top team.
The Steelers aren't a rollover, though. Like, I don't want to make somebody the Steelers garbage. They beat the Ravens, who are what? They have 1 loss right now. And they were the only loss.
Don't the Ravens have 2? No, they have 2.
The Ravens have 1 loss.
They have 2.
They do?
I swear.
Wait a minute. Oh, they did lose that other game where, they couldn't catch the ball to save their life. Okay, yeah. No, that Steelers game. Who was the other team they lost to? The Colts. Yeah, Justin Tucker missed the kick. Yep, I forgot about that game. My bad. Okay, well, they beat the Ravens, they were the only other loss of the season besides Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
Somehow forgetting the kick. But so I'm not gonna diminish their loss too much. It is a really good win. Trevor Lawrence probably looked more comfortable than I have seen him all season against some really good defensive line. So that is some upside. You had 106 rushing yards. I'm pretty sure most of that went to Travis Etienne.
Travis was really good.
Yeah, he's
that entire offense.
I mean, okay, I don't want to see all that. I mean,
well, he's been that entire offense. This game, I think, was a step in the right direction for sure for Trevor Lawrence. Getting Calvin Ridley more involved.
Hell yeah.
I think it was, good signs.
Yeah.
But you got to continue that. You can't just have one good game and then just continue to hand the ball off, all that.
I mean,
you got to build on it.
We can't do without the interception, too. I am not looking at what you mean by Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne's that entire offense. I do agree with that. Now looking at the stats, that is crazy. I didn't know that he had 70 receiving yards and a touchdown as well. I was looking at the rushing stats last night. But yeah, that's crazy though. Trevor Lawrence can hopefully,
performance to build on.
Get into the MVP conversation because it seems like
it's too late for him now. No, he's not getting it.
Okay, I'm not going to say that simply because it doesn't like any other quarterbacks taking that. Okay, we solidify this is my MVP
I see
right now.
from that position, but also I think he's further down the list than a lot of these other ones either way. This is his first good performance in many, many weeks.
Yeah.
He's already had too many bad performances, I think, to be the MVP.
So
he would need to break records.
If he goes on, let's say if it's the argument, he goes on an 8-week run and he's just putting up 3-4 touchdown performance weeks.
Sure. Okay. Like what I said, if he's breaking records or doing all this incredible stuff.
Break records, but if he balls out for the next 8 weeks, even if he doesn't break any records, I think he could.
But that also depends on how the other people are doing.
Yeah.
Because he's had a really not amazing season so far, so it's gonna be tough for him.
You know what? Quarterback who I don't ever want to see win the MVP.
I know exactly who you're gonna say.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
who's you thinking?
Purdy.
Oh, Brock Purdy. Oh yeah. You never win anything anyways. You might never even win the Offensive Player of the Year, let alone an MVP. But Jalen Hurts, you are every week you just find more ways to be unlikable for me. I
mean, look at those numbers though. They're good numbers. He's having good performances.
It's good numbers when you're getting 14 seconds in the pocket to pass the football.
Okay, but do you want to do terrible? What more do you want him to do?
He's going to do terrible, but can we stop? Can we stop this? If any other quarterback in the league gets the amount of time that Jalen Hurts gets in the pocket, they're going to put probably better stats.
But so you're faulting him for working with what he's been given.
What do you mean working with what he's been given? He's been beneficiary of what he's been given. No. Let's not say working because working means working would be like Patrick Mahomes is working with what he's given right now. Besides Travis Kelce.
He's cooking with what he's been given.
Cooking.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. I know you're saying, he's, a product of the system.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Hey, Brock Purdy's a product of the 49ers system. He's a product of the Eagles, what the Eagles have put around him.
Okay, but are the Eagles as bad as the 49ers are right now? No.
But the Eagles haven't had any major injuries like the 49ers have had right now.
Okay. I understand. First of all, Jalen Hurts is better than Purdy. I'm not going to have that debate.
Okay. But that's not a high bar.
I'm not going to have that debate.
There's not a high bar.
It's not a high bar. It's definitely not a high bar.
Yeah.
But he's still having good games.
Yeah, okay.
I can understand you hating on him if he's having these subpar, 220 passing yard games. But he's still having 300-yard passing games consistently.
Consistently is crazy. I don't know about consistently on that.
He's having great performances. 4 passing touchdowns. He's having good performances. Okay. If he starts playing poorly, then yes, you get to talk your trash and all of that.
He hasn't played poorly. He's just been winning.
Is that not the main goal for the quarterback?
I mean, but that's what I'm talking about. Trash though. He's had on the season. He's had 2 good performances.
If he has a game
in
where
8 weeks. Against the Miami Dolphins, he had 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Against the Jets in a loss, he had 1-3. Against the LA Rams, he had 1-1. Against Tampa Bay, he had 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. They won that game. Against Minnesota, he had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And against New England, he had a touchdown. Very average. He's had 2 good games. That's why I'm hating on him so much.
Okay, but he hasn't caused them to lose, has he?
Because they have so much talent on that team.
But if you put Purdy in there, they're probably losing more.
They're probably still winning. I'm not going to lie to you.
They're losing more games than they have.
I don't know
lost
about
right
that.
Now. Yes, they
I don't know about that, man.
Yes, they
I don't
have.
know about that. If they stay as healthy as they've been, they're not losing many games because we've seen what Brock Purdy has done when he's thrived in, which is what the Eagles are thriving in right now, running the football, and he has weapons around him. He has Goddard.
So where do you have Jalen Hurts on quarterbacks? Out of the top 32, where would you put him?
He's 4 or 5. No, 5. He's 5.
And you're hating on him like this? That is absurd.
Okay.
To say
that's cap. That's
crazy that you're hating on him like this.
I'm wrong on that. Actually, let me redo that. I have him at. I need to think. So I have okay. So let me. I have Mahomes. I have Lamar, Burrow.
Sure.
Trevor, honestly.
Oh.
Josh Allen.
I don't know Trevor this season.
I have Trevor over him, honestly.
Okay, they both had 1 good performance this week.
Bro,
this week.
No, I mean, what you about? Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence is doing that with way less than fucking Jalen Hurts is doing. His best receiver is Calvin Ridley.
He still has a good team around him.
Not really.
Yes, he does.
Not really. He doesn't have the offensive line that they have by far. He doesn't have the receiving threats that they have by far.
Still a good team, though, around him.
But they're not on the level.
They're not on the level.
That's 6.
Tua?
Yes, I have Tua ahead of him.
You watched the game yesterday
I didn't watch the game yesterday.
You did. Exactly.
He threw, what did he have, 3-1?
Do you see that interception he threw?
It was a bad interception. Okay, every quarterback has a bad interception there, but come on now. What are we doing?
8 or 7 this week?
8.
Week 8.
It was week
8.
Okay.
I just think it's absurd that...
Justin Herbert's better than them, too. So, yeah, 7.
Okay, so he's number 7 or number 8?
Hold
That's
on.
still a top 10 quarterback.
No. These are I'm just naming off the top of my head right now. Jared Goff to me is better than him. No disrespect. Jared Goff is better than him. So I have him at what? At 9.
He's still a top 10 quarterback there.
Okay, top 10. Okay, top 10. Top 10. Yeah, top 10.
I just don't understand why you're hating on him so much.
I said last week I'm hating on them because they're winning so much. If they weren't winning so much, then I wouldn't hate on them so much.
I feel like it should be the other way around. If he's not winning, then you hate on him for being bad in a place where he's set up to succeed.
And also, Eagles, you guys have the most annoying play in football, by the way. I want you to know that.
It didn't even work.
And then they variety it
It didn't even work.
They had variety yesterday. They handed it off to the side. They went in the touchdown formation, and they handed it off for a stretch play.
That's
you
genius.
guys are so unlikable.
That's
I hate
genius.
you. Why?
That's great play calling.
So lame, bro.
What are you lame? That's great play calling.
So lame, bro.
That's called building tendencies.
That's lame, bro.
That's crazy.
2,000. He's right now on the season. He has 2,000 yards. About a little over 2,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. I'm going to count him. I'm going to dock him for all those. That's pretty average. Pretty average.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of interceptions. Sure,
he's not again 14 seconds in the pocket every.
He's not at a great season, but he's not at the kind of season that you think he's had.
No, I'm not saying he's had a terrible season.
Acting like he's had.
I just think he's overrated. That's what I think. Simply.
Okay. Sure, you can say he's overrated.
Sure. I think he's overrated. I mean, we saw what Dak did when he had weapons. He was, he's kind of putting the same thing.
You want to talk about that?
I mean, are we saying Dak Prescott was terrible when he had CD, Amari, and who else did he have? Gallup. He was putting up 4,000, 5,000 yard seasons. Now, granted, they were in L's, but
he was also playing better than he was. He's definitely regressed the past couple of years.
Oh, of course, but like I'm comparing him to Dak Prescott essentially to say that I see him on that Dak Prescott route.
Okay,
I do.
That's insanely disrespectful. That's crazy.
Now, granted, I do think. Now, granted, what I will give Jalen Hurts is I do think you guys will capitalize in the Super Bowl, which Dak Prescott did not. I think you guys will capitalize in that, but I mean, again, you guys for some reason have the best GM and the best team in football right now, so
yeah,
that won't be that big of a fuss. I want to see Jalen Hurts when you do not have that team. That's genuinely what I do want to see. We see Patrick Mahomes going through that right now. He doesn't have 50,000 targets, and it's just Travis Kelce. We see all the
Travis Kelce, just the greatest tight end of all time.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you can't do it one man.
Yeah, I know.
You can't do it one man.
But I mean, he's got Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney. He's got all of these dogs.
Really bad. If they're dogs, then I'm a pit bull. If they're dogs, then I'm a pit bull. Those guys are Chihuahuas. Let's be honest. All right, but enough of the Eagles. I'm tired of talking about the Eagles. This is a game we actually said the Rams could win. They got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, 26 points in the first half was really bad to give up.
My bad, Cowboys. We weren't familiar with your game. We weren't familiar with your game. I apologize on that.
Yeah, I mean, their defense is still pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
but I ain't gonna get that person credit. 4 touchdowns on my interceptions, nothing to sneeze at.
That offense has definitely found a good rhythm so far. I mean, especially the past couple of weeks, they've looked pretty good. Yeah. Pretty solid performances. If that defense continues to play the way they have been, then they're definitely going to look like a team that can make a deep playoff run. I don't like saying that. It's the Cowboys, but I cannot deny a good team when I'm looking at it, and this team has been playing pretty well the past couple weeks.
It's sad to say they're the second best team in the NFC right now because the 49ers just fell off from grace. Right now it's the Eagles and them, sadly to say. So I do agree with you that they probably could end up making a run in the playoffs, which the world doesn't want, honestly. Like, I think, honestly, I could sleep good at night knowing they go out in the first round. But right now it doesn't look like that because without Debo and everybody, Brock Purdy's looked absolutely garbage. So, honestly, Dak, I've been pretty hard on you. And I will admit to that. I've trashed you a lot. I'm going to give you your flowers. Now, granted, you guys did manage to block the one player that the Rams have that can actually cause anything on defense, which is Aaron Donald. And I did say that you guys have the line to block that, but you still have to go out there and put on a performance. 304, 25 30 when you mix his passes, 4 touchdowns. Now, I wish you hadn't had that one interception, but you guys blew him out. CeeDee Lamb also.
He's so good.
Yeah, he is. He's so good. He's really good. He is as advertised. Where do you have him right now?
On my top receivers? I don't know.
I mean, top 5?
Maybe. He's top 10 for sure.
Okay.
I mean, if we're talking active, like, not including, like, the hurt people like Jefferson, then probably top 5. I mean, based on performances alone, he's definitely top 5.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
So, I mean, he's just been so good this season.
Yeah,
so good.
He has been. I was actually having a conversation with one of my friends the other day. We was having a little Amon-Ra and CeeDee Lamb conversation.
CD.
You have CeeDee?
CD for sure.
That's crazy. I don't know about that. I'm high on Amon-Ra.
I'm not.
You not? Why not? What's the Amon-Ra hate for?
Where he went to college. No, I'm kidding. No, I just haven't been high on him.
Jesus Christ.
I just have never been as high on as other people have been on him.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at the stats this season, that CD has just been the better receiver.
Don't know about that. I think if we talk about stats, Amon-Ra's been undeniably the better receiver.
No way.
Yeah. It was, I was looking at a stat the other day. He had about the same amount of receptions as CeeDee Lamb. He had a less week played, which is crazy.
Yeah, but he's also in a worse offense.
What you mean? Who's in the worst offense?
CD. They've had more. They've had multiple games
of Dak. That's just because of Dak. Jared Goff is about the same thing as Dak.
No, but Jared Goff just slings it, and they throw a lot. There's been multiple games where the Cowboys have played almost zero offense. Week 1, they got zero offense.
I mean, that's more so.
I mean,
I want to put that on the fact that CeeDee Lamb just can't get open.
No.
There's a lot
Some of those games are not his fault.
There's a lot of times I've seen CeeDee Lamb just not get open.
Okay.
My bad, not get open, but struggle to get open.
Yeah, but CeeDee Lamb also doesn't have Jameson Williams, Josh Reynolds, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Really? We're going to count Jameson Williams, really? Really?
Past couple weeks, yeah.
He had one good week. He's just a deep threat.
No, but other people for the cornerbacks and defense have to worry about.
Okay, do those guys have to worry about Brandon Cooks?
Brandon Cooks has had
Gallup?
1 touchdown this year.
Gallup? Brandon Cooks single-handedly beat you guys. What are you talking about?
What do you mean single-handedly?
Okay,
he had
of course,
one catch.
She did his thing, but no, there was a drive where they just simply kept throwing curl routes, and you guys couldn't guard it.
Okay, he's had 2 good weeks so far.
And you guys put your best corner with him.
He's had 2 good weeks so far, Brandon Cooks.
Okay, but again, he's somebody to worry about. You literally just said Jameson Williams, who's had 1 or 2 good weeks. What are you talking about?
It's also Josh Reynolds, who's been putting up pretty good numbers. He's been putting up good numbers.
Okay. I was actually pulling up the stats, actually. So, CeeDee Lamb on the year right now has 633 yards and 3 touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown has 557 and 3 touchdowns. So, okay. I guess I can see where you're coming from. I guess. But also, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's, 7 weeks played? They've had 6 weeks, so he's still a week behind. This Cowboys haven't had their bye week yet. So, again, I'm going to give him...
No, they have.
No, they haven't.
They have.
They haven't.
Yes, they have.
No, they have not. Have they?
They absolutely have.
Why the heck do they?
They had their bye week after. They had their bye week after the what's it called?
Am I tripping? Why does they only have
game.
6 games then logged? Unless these stats are wrong.
Didn't Amon-Ra miss a game?
Oh, he did miss a game.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't think about that.
That's his fault.
Hey, okay, but I'm still gonna like it's like that's not far off though.
All right, you can have your Amon-Ra and I'll have my CD.
Hey man, I think route running Amon-Ra is better than CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
I think CeeDee Lamb better after the catch.
Okay.
Okay. Is that can you agree on that?
Sure. You can have your preferences. I can have my preferences.
I'm just saying a difference in opinion. I'm saying CeeDee Lamb to me is better after the catch. Amon-Ra is better at getting open.
Sure.
Can we agree on that?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to talk about the Vikings and the Packers?
There's nothing to talk about except for
I don't love you.
Kirk Cousins' lack of an Achilles right now.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Imagine, you know how people are saying the Jets should trade for Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Imagine they trade for him and they ruptured his Achilles.
Yeah, kind of what Aaron Rodgers did. Sad to watch. It's sad, but they did come out the win. Jordan Love, I don't love you anymore.
No.
I didn't. I do want to apologize.
We are no longer love and love.
I do want to make an apology. Probably to Aaron Rodgers in the first week. I did make a pretty crazy comparison.
No, that was crazy.
Saying that Jordan Love could be better.
That was crazy, and I called you out on that immediately. That was crazy to say.
I mean, granted, he doesn't have anybody. Like who was he throwing to yesterday?
Christian Watson.
I mean, Christian Watson can be something, but is he something right now? No. Three receptions.
Romeo
30
Doubs is
yards.
pretty good.
I'm pretty high on Romeo Doubs. I think Romeo Doubs can be somebody. Jalen Reed, man, like he doesn't have anybody that's popping out to me.
Who did Rodgers have?
Randall Cobb.
Oh yeah.
Jordan Nelson. Greg Jennings.
The only good receiver he had, good in his time when he played, was Devontae Adams.
That's cap, but
Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb,
Nelson was
those
really
guys
good.
were
Jordan
never
was really
top
good.
10.
Jordan Nelson was a top 10 receiver.
He was
bro.
no, he was never top
Yes,
10.
Was.
He was never top 10.
Was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No.
Devontae Adams was just the only great receiver that he had, but he had good receivers his entire career. I think that's a pretty fair assessment.
We're getting away from the point that we're comparing Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love.
But can we agree that Jordan Nelson, Greg Jennings, and Randall Cobb is better than what Jordan Love's throwing to right now?
Yes, they are better than
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. We can agree on that. Okay. So Jordan Love, I want to see you next year with some more weapons, but right now I'm not loving you. So yeah.
Vikings on a quick little 4-game win streak.
Man, stop it. I don't even want to talk about Vikings.
I'm just pointing out they have 4 wins now.
Vikings, your most
most
impressive win was beating the fraudulent Brock Purdy.
Fraud Purdy.
Yeah, fraud Purdy.
Yeah.
Fraud Purdy. That was pretty funny. I give you that. That's pretty funny. But yeah. Yeah, good win Vikings though. Bad win Packers. You guys need to get some weapons for Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Titans Falcons.
Will Levis.
I've been saying that they should have started Will Levis over Ryan Tannehill. I said Ryan Tannehill was fucking shit. Shouldn't have started at all. And he's back, and Will Levis is making them eat their words. Eat my words.
Yeah, he had one good game. His one touchdown to DeAndre Hopkins, that long ball. Was one of the.
Was it really that bad for 30?
No, it was one of the worst missed calls I've ever seen.
Yeah,
the missed offensive pass interference.
Not even that. He also stepped out of bounds.
He steps out of bounds, so he's not even allowed to catch the ball. Yeah. But then he also wraps his arms around AJ Terrell. No call. And then catches it. Yeah. And I just watch it play. I'm like, wait, there's no flag? Yeah. I was so confused. It was an unbelievable missed call.
It's weird it's the same. I think that was probably, the Titans. That's probably the best game I've seen from the Titans in a minute, all around.
I mean, they had a good game against a good team.
Ran the ball really well with Derrick Henry, and Will Levis gave you great yards passing. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I was Titans, and I've been saying this, but you guys need to do it now, especially going into the rest of the season. Let Will Levis get those snaps. Let Will Levis run with the offense. Let's see how he looks. Yeah. Maybe he damn near could be your quarterback for the future. He definitely looked really good yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have a good performance against a team with a defense like the Falcons. Their offense is very suspect. I mean,
really suspect.
The one play where they had Jonnu Smith passing the ball.
That was funny.
Someone put it perfectly. They had their number 2 tight end passing to their number 3 tight end, while they had their number 1 tight end blocking. Arthur Smith has a vendetta against Kyle Pitts.
Arthur Smith, Frank Wright. Can you guys please leave the NFC South? Both of you. I don't care which one leaves first. Just both of you need to leave because you guys are making us look really bad right now as a division. Malik Willis, what the hell was with that 2 carries and 4 yards? What do they do with that? I didn't watch the Titans game.
They're just trying to get tricky.
Yeah, okay. So there's none of you guys trying to get tricky. D-Hop, you had your annual come back alive game.
I mean, 4 receptions for 128 yards.
That is insane. What the hell was I'm pretty sure AJ Terrell was messed up on him then.
Yeah, he was.
AJ, what the hell?
I mean, one of those was not his fault.
Yeah, okay.
Like 50 of those yards were not his fault.
Okay, we will give you credit because the pass interference was a little crazy.
If you take away 50 yards, I mean, 3 catches for 70 yards is still not an amazing look.
It's pretty. It's not crazy, but it's still really good.
It's nothing to be happy about as a cornerback.
Yeah, it is. It's not. Titans though, but more of a story. Keep Will Levis starting for the rest of the season. Let him go.
Congrats.
My boys.
Yeah.
Got the first one yesterday.
Very surprising. Very surprising.
I'm happy, man.
I thought that the Texans had this game in hand. And you know what? Bryce Young had a good game.
Yeah.
And maybe it has to do with Frank Reich saying he's giving up play calling duties. So maybe
Thank God.
he's to blame.
Thank the heavens. Thank the heavens. I'm so happy. I got tired of seeing Bryce Young in pistol every play. It blew me. Thank God now he's under center. He's in shotgun. We're giving him a variety of things to look at. He's looking really good. Now, Icky, I will say I want a better game from you. I don't want Bryce Young to be going down every play. He's only 100 pounds soaking wet, so I don't want him to get hurt essentially. But Bryce Young, great game. I've been saying you were better than C.J. Stroud. I've been saying you were better than C.J. Stroud, but I haven't had much to defend you on. I haven't had much to defend you on because you haven't been playing well. But now that you guys have played in a one-on-one battle, I can get and say that.
Stop the cap.
Really? Stop the cap.
I have been asking you almost every week since the start of the season.
I said you've been playing better.
You said you'd rather have Anthony Richardson and you'd rather have C.J. Stroud than Bryce Young.
I also need to see more from Bryce Young. I need to see him in a better play calling situation. And now he is in that.
Okay, so now you're confident with him?
He saw me that he's the best quarterback in the draft, baby. Oh. Come on.
One game against the Texans defense.
Yes. I am calling it, baby. He showed me he can win. He showed me he can lead a game-winning job, baby. I saw a little bit of Tom Brady yesterday. I'm delusional.
Fair enough.
Come on.
Fair enough.
All right. Enough of guys. I don't want to glaze too much. The Bengals beat the 49ers. Back party. You're starting to make the Trey Lance trade look even worse.
Well, I mean, to his credit, he should not have been starting that game.
Yeah.
Bro was clearly concussed last week. I don't know why they let him start.
Yeah.
Bro was seeing numbers in the sky.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have loved to see Sam Darnold get a chance. It would have been a joy to watch that.
12-5.
Because Sam Darnold will always have that random game where he's like, "Whoa."
Yeah, I would too. And I think we talked about on Friday. We was hoping to see him.
Might as well just take the risk.
Yeah, and it's crazy the fact that he has 5 interceptions on the season, and all 5 of those come in the last 3 weeks since all those guys have left.
Yeah, because he's terrible. I've been saying this. I've been saying that Brock Purdy's not good.
I've been saying he's a product of the system for sure.
Yeah, but you were saying he was better than he was.
I was saying
You were hyping him up.
I was saying he's a good quarterback.
He's not.
He can't be.
He's not top 20.
He's top 15.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no world. You're saying that after these last 3 weeks?
I mean, nobody in the league was beating Joe Burrow yesterday. Joe Burrow was in his bag.
God.
Joe Burrow was in his Duffy yesterday.
Okay. But if you put
Now I will say the fumble was terrible. He had 3 turnovers yesterday. The fumble was bad. The pick to Jermaine Pratt was just a crazy play. He jumped up and got the ball. I think Brock Purdy was on a run, and he just jumped up and made a crazy play. I will say that's not Brock Purdy's fault. Now, the fumble was his fault, and the other interception was his fault. I need to see you take care of the football more, Brock Purdy.
He's just not good.
Really?
He's just not good.
That's crazy.
You know who is good, though? The Bengals. And,
I mean, of course. No. You're not going to hop on the bandwagon now because you were saying Joe Burrow wasn't that guy. That's what you were saying.
Okay. Let me speak my piece.
Apologize.
They started out slow this season, and Joe Burrow was playing injured, and that was very clearly affecting him, and I was calling him out for it. I was like, this calf is really hurting your performances. You're having a really bad start to the year. At the beginning of the year, he was not that guy.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. He was not.
I'm not saying he was hurt. I said when he gets healthy, he will play better.
Yeah. And when he's been healthy, he's played phenomenally. I'm not going to deny that. And now they're on a 3-4 game win streak. They're looking like they're taking back over the AFC North.
They are.
Bengals.
Well, not really. Not really. I mean, the Ravens still have the AFC North pretty much solidified right now. So they beat them. Have they played yet? I don't think they played yet. So we'll see.
There's still more games to go.
No, I'm talking about in the head-to-head match. We have to see. I think they still have to play.
Yeah, they still have to play.
Yeah.
So I mean, Joe Burrow has played very well.
He has been.
And good for him. He's definitely looking more healthy. So to his credit, he's been playing like that top quarterback that, they paid him to be.
Yep.
So if they keep rolling, they're going to be very dangerous come playoff time. So, and 49ers are definitely not looking like they're going to be dangerous come playoff time.
Yeah, 49. I don't know what happened to you guys. I mean, I understand what happened with the injuries, but yeah, you guys need to play better. And Joe Burrow, you back to being Joe Shiesty, man. And when he's just being Joe Shiesty, Jamar Chase is back to being one of the best receivers in the league. So good to see that happen. Ravens beat the Cardinals. That was actually, you know what? I don't even want to talk about the Ravens and the Cardinals. I want to talk about the Broncos and the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. I saw you. I saw you at a Rangers game. Yeah, you need to be in Kansas City, buddy.
Well, you know why they lost, right? Guess who wasn't there?
Really?
She wasn't.
Don't do it.
Taylor Swift was not at the game.
Do not come with that narrative, man. Please do not start with that narrative.
She was not at the game. No. I'm not saying she's like rigging the games. They're rigging them for them. I just think she's like a good luck charm, you know? And she wasn't there, and they lost.
You think that's show in paradise?
No.
It's the only game she hasn't been at. It's the only game she hasn't been at. That's all I'm saying.
No, she's not there because she has like touring stuff to do.
Oh, she has touring stuff now. Okay. I'm not sure they caused anything.
But
Patrick Mahomes though.
It was his flu game. I'm saying flu. No, they're saying he has the flu.
Oh yeah. Did it come out before or after the game?
I think it could have been before or after, I don't remember, but I don't think it's the flu. I think it's a certain 5-letter word that the NFL just doesn't want to say. You know, they don't want anything getting started back up again.
That's funny.
I could be wrong. Maybe he just does have the flu, but, you know, with certain outbreaks going on and stuff like that.
Who knows?
Who knows, yeah.
But yeah, Patrick Mahomes, I'm still gonna, you know, you need to be better.
I mean, that's a terrible game. 9 points against the Broncos.
Yeah.
The Dolphins scored 70.
Yeah, 70 on them, and you only put up 9 points. So you need to be better, Patrick Mahomes. Hopefully you can get healthier. If that is the COVID, hopefully they don't continue to make you play and cause an outbreak in the locker room.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can get healthier. Hopefully you can spend this week getting healthier, and then you guys can bounce back next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully, God, I think the league is better. Low key, like as much as I hate on Patrick Mahomes, I think the league is better when they ball out. You know what I'm saying?
I just can't agree with that.
You don't? Oh, yeah, because I forgot you're a Chargers fan.
I can't.
You know, we're talking about Chargers. The Chargers beat the Bears last night.
Yes, sir. I mean, they played as well as I've been hoping for.
Why did that become a primetime game? What was the point of that?
I mean, people coming into the season thought that the Bears were going to be better than they were. I mean, if Justin Fields plays, maybe it's a more exciting game. If the Chargers haven't been so bad this season, it's a more exciting game.
You had the Broncos and the Chiefs, and you put the Chargers and the Bears as the primetime game?
Broncos are terrible.
I mean, okay, but if we're talking about coming into the season with expectations,
balance it out. I'm sure the Chiefs have a lot of primetime games, so they can't have every primetime game. But this game, a lot of good things to see. Herbert is still playing, injured. He's got that broken finger, which has clearly been hampering his performance the past couple weeks. But this week, he had a very, very, very solid performance. He started like 15 for 15.
Yep.
He looked like the Justin Herbert that I've been waiting to see the past couple weeks.
Yep.
It made me very happy to see. Everyone all around had a good game. Eckler finally, had a good game, although rushing yards wise, he was struggling. But, offense finally getting Quentin Johnson more involved, which is good to see. Once he got the ball in his hands, he was cooking a little bit,
I like to see.
So if we can, play call him more into the offense, that'll be fun to see. This defense played really well, I'd say. And so there's a lot to look forward to. It's still going to be a struggle because we still have injuries. Mike Williams, Corey Linsley, all of them are still hurt.
Yep.
But I think it's definitely shows what we can do.
It's a good win to build on for sure.
Yeah.
The Bears aren't a great team, but a win is a win. A win is a win in the National Football League.
A win is a win.
Yeah, any team can win. And I think the Bears at that point were on a 2-game win streak, so really good win by you guys for sure. Hopefully you guys can continue to build on that, and who knows? Make it interesting in the AFC. Make it interesting in the AFC West. Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, the Broncos are like 1 game back right now, or 2 games back.
That's weird. Yeah, that's weird to say now at this point. We can get some predictions. We have the Raiders versus the Lions on Monday Night Football. Who do you have quickly?
I have the Raiders losing.
Is it that you don't like the Lions, or is it that you just believe?
No. I have the Raiders losing.
Oh, yeah, losing.
I
didn't hear the losing part.
I hate the Raiders.
Yeah,
they're not going to win. They're not going to win either way.
I hate the Raiders too. Yeah, and you guys honestly are probably going to get torched by Amon-Ra, so I will be watching to see that, and we will be watching it together because I want you to watch some Amon-Ra cook. Yeah, some Amon-Ra cooking, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will be somewhere else.
Amon-Ra. All right, we're getting the Titans and the Steelers play on Thursday Night Football. Most unanticipated game of the season.
Such a gross game.
Yeah. Who do you have? Will Levis versus Kenny Pickett?
Once again, it's going to be a tie. That's my prediction.
That's crazy.
This is, I think, one of the closest games we could have to having a tie.
Honestly, it's low key. I'm not even joking. It damn near could be that.
These are two very mid teams.
It could be that. Now I am interested to see Will Levis go against a really good defensive line. And the Steelers defensive line. This will be a lot of question marks for him. He will have a lot of question marks going into the game. Hopefully, he can solve them and show his thing. Show him that he can do his thing.
I am going to cautiously pick the Steelers just because their defense going against a rookie quarterback. I'm cautiously picking them.
That's interesting.
I'm just not that high on Will Levis or the Titans in general. I mean, especially because they just sold or traded one of their best players. So,
I mean, Kenny Pickett is injured right now. He's not coming back.
I believe in Mitch. Money Mitch, baby.
That don't even sound right. Talking about money, Mitch. Man, that's crazy. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Titans. I believe in the rookie, man. I believe he's gonna continue to ball out. Hopefully, he can answer the question marks that people have of him, and hopefully, he can become the Titans' new franchise quarterback. I honestly want that for him. I didn't want that for him, and honestly, I want to see the Titans succeed secretly.
Secretly.
I like him.
Okay.
All right. Actually, we can get some World Series quickly.
Baseball.
1-1.
Yeah.
You got tonight.
The Cardinals have surprised me. They almost won. Not Cardinals.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks.
They've surprised me so far. They almost won Game 1, if not for a blown save.
Yep.
But it was against Corey Seager, so I mean that's kind of expected.
It happens.
And then they come back and just run over the Rangers, like 9-1 in Game 2.
That is crazy.
So they've been looking pretty solid these first couple games. They're going home now, and I feel really confident in the Diamondbacks now. Yeah. I'm picking them to win this game.
Okay.
And I think they have my choice for the World Series. I think they're going to win now. They've shown me a lot. They have looked like the better team of these two games.
Did you come in and say you wanted to pick the Rangers to win the series?
I didn't want to, but I thought they were the better team.
Okay.
And they still, lineup-wise, are the better team, but the Diamondbacks have just been on a roll, and they're looking really good.
Arizona, I want to let you guys know that I did pick you guys coming into the World Series, so when you guys do win, I will be.
You'll be there.
You'd be as one of your receipts, man. You did me as one of your receipts. The guys that believed in you, that was crazy when they're not one. Whooping their ass, essentially. So I think they can continue the momentum and actually win the next couple games too.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, they only lost 5-6. That's not bad.
It was and it was a blown game. Yeah. They had control for most of the game, so they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, they're like the favorites for sure right now. Low key, one thing I wanted to do, because we did do for the preseason, the early season NBA finals picks. Who do you have? Who are your two teams in the finals, and who do you have winning it right now?
Not the Lakers. I'm just a hater.
That's crazy.
They
did lose to Kings last night in overtime.
Yeah, without Sabonis or Fox.
Who are your teams, though?
In the East,
yep.
It's tough between the Bucks and the Celtics. It really is.
But you do have to pick one.
I'm just going to go Bucks simply because...
Wrong answer.
It's tough because the Celtics have one of my favorite players in the NBA. They have Drew Holiday, but they're also the Celtics. I'm going to go Bucks 10... I'm not saying 10-0, but the Bucks do have the ring, so they have... This is your favorite thing to say. They have the pedigree. Have the pedigree.
So, who do you come out? Who do you come out of the West?
West. I mean, the Nuggets have looked really good, so I think I'm just gonna stick with the Nuggets.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go pretty interesting in the picks. So I'm gonna go with Celtics. Come out of the East, and I'm actually, as weird as this might say, I'm gonna go with the worst. Low key, I like the way they looked the first couple games. Steph Curry's been cooking. They lost a pretty bad game to the Suns in the first game. Although they blew that game more so than they lost. And I like CP3 coming off the bench with that bitch group. So
okay,
yeah, that's our picks though. That is another episode though of the J&D Podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys, and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let us know some people you guys want to see on the podcast. We are still trying to get some people, but you guys have a good day and love you guys. We out.
Love y'all.